Hello, this is Jeff Crabtree and welcome to Cooking with Crabber, vlog number 8. Before I start cooking today, I wanted to talk about a very special album I released in 1992 on cassette only. This was right before everything changed to CDs. And I don't even know how many of these I made, 500, maybe 1,000, but wouldn't you like to have one of these? These are rare. Okay, what got me thinking about this is my guitar player, Brian Hurley, has been on me about this song, Say Hallelujah. See, let me show you here. I've put most of these songs on the internet already. But on side one over here, there's 2 songs I never put online. I transferred them to CD a long time ago, but I lost the CD, and last night though I did a really deep search and I found this CD. This song right here is what my guitar player Brian Hurley's been telling me to put online. Say Hallelujah. See there, the second song. Say Hallelujah. And I finally found it last night. I got it online. Let me show you this thing inside. This is just epic. Just look at this whole thing, how cool the artwork is and stuff. It's really cool. This was recorded in Rockwall, Texas, which is in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but at Audio Dallas. My name isn't even on here as Jeff Crabtree. It just says The Crabber. It's pretty funny. And then down here you see it says something about special thanks to George Gamark and The Edge down there at the bottom. But this is a trip to look back on this. One more time with that. Okay, this is the picture. Let me show you what Brian looks like. Okay, this was taken at Sears in like 1991. We rolled into Sears Roebuck and took this bad boy. That's the Seafood Review, Jennifer Cobb, Mary Watson, James Falcon, right here, the saxophone player. That's Mary Watson, that's Jennifer Cobb, that's my brother Chad, he died in 2003. That's me, that's Wendy, she played percussion, Wendy Moore. There's Brian, right here, right above me, is Brian Hurley. Look at that intense look he has on his face. Okay. Showed you that right there. Here's one more picture I'm going to show you. I think this was at Greenville Bar and Grill on Greenville Avenue down in Dallas. But I think, look at this exciting photo. That's Brian on guitar. And then here you see me. I was always doing something wild, but I'm in the turban. You see my back. I'm dancing wild. And then there's Brian right there playing guitar, but there were a lot of fun memories of playing. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna do something fun. I'm gonna start cooking, but I'm gonna play the song Say Hallelujah, so you guys can hear. This is the debut of Say Hallelujah from the Dirty Crabber album that came out in 1992. Right here, you're gonna see right here on this show today the premiere of Say Hallelujah. Say Hallelujah. I'm the singer, the Crabber, and I just told you about Brian Hurley. He's playing guitar. But you guys are ready. It's time for Gorilla's Prime.
They're grooving on the streets, out in their underwear. These kids don't get no sleep, I guess they just don't care. Bring back revolution in this institution, it's a paradise. Yes, it's time to go and blow this show, I'm gonna tell you why. You gotta know what you wanna be. This kid is hot, he's sugar sweet, say hallelujah. And you know you're there, say revolution in this institution is a paradise. Yes, it's time to go and blow this show. I'm gonna tell you why. You gotta know what you wanna be. This kid is high. It's sugar sweet, say hallelujah. And you know you're there. Say, I said say hallelujah. And you know you're there. Yeah. You know you're there. Say hallelujah, say hallelujah, say hallelujah, say hallelujah. This kid is high. It's sugar sweet, say hallelujah. And you know you're there. Say, I said say hallelujah. And you know you're there. Yeah. 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 I gotta have you. I really need you, need you. I'm always shaking like a leaf on a stick. I'm making every move and I'm making it quick. I'm feeling that it's you in my mind. I'm wondering where you go, 'cause you're so hard to find. Oh, oh, I gotta have you. I really need you, yeah, yeah. I gotta have you. I really need you, oh, I gotta have you. Oh, baby, I really need you. Yeah, honey, I gotta have you. Oh, yo, I really need you, yeah, yeah. I really need you, yeah, yeah. I gotta have you. I really need you, yeah, yeah. Down south there's a monkey that's swinging out of my new jungle. His name is Jacob. There's about a name for a monkey. One day he found him a lady. She was climbing on a tree. She was plenty dry. That's about a name for a monkey. That's about a name for a monkey.
You guys like that song?
He loved plenty dry, like a cow in love with a candy. She makes me Jacob, my friends like a bit of brandy. He wants to share his banana, he wants to share it all with her. The plenty dry, don't know just what to do. She don't know just what to do. Get crazy with your banana. Monkey see, monkey do. I wanna share my banana with you. Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do. I wanna share my banana with you. Monkey see, monkey do. I wanna share my banana. Share it all with you. I wanna share my banana. Make this love so true. I wanna share my banana. Share it all with you. I wanna share my banana. They look so happy on a branch in a tree in the jungle.
I mentioned that I lost my brother Chad in 2003. And here's a picture I'll always treasure that with my drummer Robbie DePew. We went and saw him shortly before my brother died. And this is the last picture we all have together. Right here. See, Robbie DePew, you can see me. I was then I was starting to work as a DJ, so that's kind of why I'm dressed like that. But there's my brother in the middle. My mother they bought one of my mother's paintings and put it in the back. That's cool, but this is a picture I'll treasure right here. Here's a picture. I was in another band with Brian Hurley in the 80s called Romeo and the Dreamers. Look at this picture. We're both in white. Look, we both had the mullets. We're both in white. And then Robbie and then Sammy. We had a bass player named Sammy Ellis. It's still a great friend of mine. There we go. That's pretty cool to see that. That was a whole different style because that was the 80s, you know. But we kind of did our own thing. Our music is really interesting, and unique if you listen to those early Romeo and the Dreamers albums. Okay. Let me hit one more hit. Let me see what time it is. It's 11:16 in Los Angeles. Getting stoned before noon makes the day. I don't know what it makes the day. Gets you high a lot quicker than you would if you went about the day normal. Hello, Tony. It's time for a Gorilla's brine. Yeah.
Oh, ka-dog, 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 ka-dog.
one more song on that Dirty Crabber cassette I just showed you that I still haven't put online. You just heard Say Hallelujah. That was outstanding, wasn't it? You could recognize that. That's a hit song. There's another song called My Kind of Woman. Now you might have seen My Kind of Woman online already under Dirty Crabber, but that's a recording I did later in 1993 with another guitar player. And that recording has its own merits. But the original is always the best, and I still have not put the original My Kind of Woman that came out in 1992 on that cassette, so I'll look for that in the future. I'm going to try to find a way to use that and incorporate that in some way. But also look for Spotify. I've already sent it to Spotify to have the Say Hallelujah you heard of. I've had it. I think it's going to be on Spotify in the next couple days or next week. But yeah, it's amazing how this pandemic makes you do things you never thought you'd do, never thought you'd have time for, I mean, I've been rummaging through stuff that if we would have just kept going the way we were back, before the pandemic, I never would have took the time to, it's just like Brian was, he was sending me messages on Facebook. I saw him comment. Somebody else was asking on Facebook about the Dirty Crabber catalog, and Brian was saying, I'm still waiting for Say Hallelujah. So he's been nagging me about this for a long time, but it's just one of those things, it's a good friend and you should do it, but you just know it's gonna take a while to look through all your CDs. And then last night, this is all how it always happens. I'm looking through all my CDs and DVDs, just looking, where is this? Because the old equipment I burned, it's not that easy burning stuff from a cassette to a CD and then getting on your computers. You gotta have the right equipment. I didn't even have the equipment anymore to burn a song off a cassette, but I knew I had burned it before and there was a CD somewhere in my apartment. So I started rummaging where I thought it was gonna be in this closet, going through all these CDs and DVDs. And then I come to find, like an hour later, it was just in one of my drawers. I put it in a kind of area with a lot of other CDs that were, maybe things I needed. And I found it, and then I got it onto my old laptop, and then, I sent it through WeTransfer to my new computer. On my email, my new computer, and I was able to. But the thing that makes me sad about things like this is I could have done this years ago, but I had it in my mind how difficult it's going to be. I just, there's always other things you're thinking about. But I knew, and then I remember I was so cruel. Even one time I sent Brian a message on Facebook, and I sent him the recording of the new one I did with Eric Presswood, which that's not going to make him happy. Who wants to? That's like Tony sending me something that Jeremiah, did or something, or did, yeah. So, but I sent him the new version in 1993, and I mean the one. I'm sorry, guys. Don't get sorry. But the one in 1993 with Eric Presswood, you probably already heard that online. You could see it's part of the 9-song Dirty Crabber CD that came out in 93. You probably already heard that. That's a great recording. But I really did forget how good the original is. It's a whole different, thing. So, you guys, heard that today. But the thing that was so cruel about that Facebook last one I sent him about this topic is I told him I told him I don't have the old recording you're on, but here's the new one just appreciate it, Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, I told him. Just be flattered that this other guitar player tried to imitate what you did in this song. He added his own kind of style, but he did kind of follow what Brian did. But that right there, even though I knew that was a cruel thing to do to my friend, I should be getting my ass in gear and finding the damn CD and getting it online like I finally did today. I'm glad I finally made this up to Brian today, but it's just, I think everybody can learn something from that. It's just, be careful, because there's things you might put off for a long time that weren't that hard. I mean, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I thought, I don't want to get into it, I'm not going to be able to do it. I don't know. We're 28 minutes. I'm not going to ramble on much longer. But that's the summary of this episode and vlog. Is just that I got around to doing something I've been needing to do for a long time. I'm really surprised that more people have not used my music and things, and films and commercials, and I still have high hopes that it's going to get, I don't know, I think it's timeless. I think we put the work into it, and when you do that, because we didn't really try to follow what was popular at the time, and that's, we suffered in the short term because we didn't get a record contract. And, I'm not trying to blame anything. I don't know why we didn't get a record contract, but looking back now, I'm glad we didn't, because we probably would have got screwed and got all our music taken from us, or who knows what would have happened. But I think in the long term, when you hear these songs, you'll get respect because they really are timeless. We weren't trying to, because at that time, that was right when the scene in Seattle was breaking. With Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all, and then gangsta rap was coming to LA and all that, so everything was getting tougher or getting real, sensitive, getting real extreme. All the, the kind of stuff we did is kind of dying out, in the middle of the, I don't know. The lyrics that you heard in the song today, Say Hallelujah, I don't know how much of that comes from my subconscious or just it's bullshit, or I usually just try to, in practice, I'll just try to get the melody going, and I'll be bullshitting any kind of words, and then I let that grow and grow every time I practice, and then when I come home, and before we actually do the recording, that's when I'll sit down and take all the things that just come out of practice, and then try to hone it down and maybe add some things to really make it all, make it all flow, and just make sure every single word I know what I'm going to sing. It's because of practice. Sometimes I'm just, bullshitting and trying to get the melody in place. Oh, there's a line I want to talk about. Okay, the song, I'll do a little here so you know it's me. They're grooving on the streets, out in their underwear. These kids don't get no sleep, I guess they just don't care. Bring back revolution in this institution, it's a paradise. Yes, it's time to go and blow this show. I'm gonna tell you why. You gotta know what you wanna be. This kid is hot. He's sugar sweet, say hallelujah. And you know you're there. Say, I said say hallelujah. And you know you're there, yeah. You know you're there. That's catchy. But anyway, and a lot of these lyrics I would come up with, Brian would help me, and Chad would help me, and even Robbie. I mean, everybody could, you don't know who's going to chime in. And so the first line is, they're grooving on the streets, out in their underwear. Now, I can't remember who wrote that for sure. Probably was me, but the next line after that I definitely know was my brother Chad. When it goes, these kids don't get no sleep. That's his line, and I think that's very clever. These kids don't get no sleep. And then I go on, I guess they just don't care. And then there's a change right there into bring back revolution in this institution. It's a paradise. Wow. See, this is what, when I smoke on the vape pen, I think that changes the trajectory of this podcast, because I didn't plan on doing a vocal lesson on this one. I mean, there's a whole second verse too. I'm not going to sing the whole song, but it's just the harmonies my brother did with me. It's just, that's going to be hard to replace. I don't think I could ever find, because I mean, they say with brothers that sing together, it's even a tighter bond. It's a very. I feel pretty good about this vlog today. Got a lot out. A lot of information, communicated some things I want to tell you guys. Okay, just trying to think if there's anything else I want to say before this one's already been a long one. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a good day today on December 3rd, 2020. Just try to be safe out there. And this is Jeff Crabtree signing off, Cooking with Crackers, vlog number